just to connect with you in terms of who I am before I speak.
Yeah.
So I've been meditating and teaching meditation from past 25 years and been closely associated with Patriji for quite long. I've taken PSSM and the message forward in US back in 2014, 15, and then was in Singapore for about 3 years, and then moved to Australia, Melbourne. So taking it forward, and Patriji has inspired and then found this platform called Breath Universe, and initiated us to start this in Australia as a global initiative to take the message of breath forward. So that's in short about me. This session is going to be interactive, not like a one-way talk usually. So we'll try to get to know you and your journey as much as we could. So today we are going to interview Sharma from Malaysia, who is a vice president of pssm Malaysia, and then she's a trained teacher and by profession a lecturer, and now teaching meditation across Asia, and then also specialized in teaching kids meditation, and also hosting Gita classes from PSSM Malaysia as well. So that's briefly about speaker. So we'll try to explore as much as we could.
Good evening to all of you, to all the masters. Thank you so much for the introduction. Jenny, it was wonderful, and I'm just a speaker, not yet good, still learning in the process. And here, thanks to Infinity, thanks to the entire team of Infinity for giving me this opportunity. And so I feel so blessed.
Thank you. So to start with, how did your journey start? And not just PSSM, what made you come into meditation, or turn your attention towards spirituality as such?
In my humble pranams to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and my Guru, Master Lachmanan Bangaria, none other than the President of PSSM Malaysia. And namaste to Master Hari. And hearing your experience, you're doing amazing work. And I'm so impressed. Teaching 25 years of meditation. Wow, that's great. It's a great work. I will consider myself much junior to you. I'm learning from all of you, all the masters here. And I'm teaching kids Bhagavad Gita, not PSSM Malaysia Bhagavad Gita. That's done by Master Lachmanan, the president itself. I got this knowledge from him and also our Patriji. So let's answer your question. What made me to come to spirituality? And since 15 years old, I had this question, a lot of question against, not to say against, sorry, I won't use the word. Like I have questions when my parents doing rituals, things, prayers, religious practices. I always ask why, and I have a lot of quest. I want to know why this is being done. And it started and I was 15 years old. I always want to know why this is being done. And most of the time, I don't even follow. I'll be very stubborn, adamant. That's the name in my family. So, when after I got married, problem comes and go in our life. It's normal. So I was able to handle all those problems that I face in my life until to one extent in my life, there was a problem I came across which was very difficult for me to get rid of it. So it was hunting me every day, every night for the past few months. And I'm a person who seeks always for meditation. I've spent a lot of my time and money on meditation. So I thought meditation is not free. I thought it has to be paid. So when I was introduced to Anapanasati meditation by none other than Master Lachmanan's daughter herself, Master J. Prabha, she texted me, and when I was feeling like my life is wasted, I don't know what is happening in my life. Why should I live? for whom I should I live? This kind of thing started happening. I started have this kind of thoughts already in me. So that time I received this Anapanasati meditation, and I almost like when I see that, I felt like another meditation, another more spending. So I was like, I really feel fed up looking at the word meditation. To that extent, I came. I don't want to do meditation in my life because I see no difference in my life. And what happened? She said, okay, I didn't say anything. I was just keeping quiet. But after I see some experience shared by great masters in PSSM India, I was like, I stopped. I said, why shall I not try this for the last time in my life? It doesn't work out. That's it. I'm not going to go back to spiritual or meditation. But it really worked out. I find my problems like which I have in a sense that it's like I don't think about it. Slowly, because of meditation, I suppose it vanishes. That's enough for me. And the biggest thing was it was mentioned meditation is free. That was the word that brought me. I would say I really will agree here. I saw the word free because I thought meditation is something that you have to pay. It's not cannot be learned for free. So that really attracted me in the beginning, and then only I started looking into. I ended up in PSSM Malaysia. I really love the entire people there. Enjoyed. Many masters of India I connected with. Have cleared many of my doubts, and Bhagavad Gita plays an important role in my entire transformation until today. So that's how I came into spirituality.
That's a wonderful journey, and there are some points which are really, really, inspirational, and also one, the way that you have transformed yourself through your problems, and two, some of the points that I want to highlight to the group is like meditation should be free. I mean, I don't know what is there to charge to be with our own breath. If we need to be with someone else's breath, then they need to charge because we need to be with their breath. This is about being with our breath. So our breath should be free to us. So that is something that only Patriji has promoted, and absolutely, I mean, it's a wonderful thing, right? So for all of us, and second part is that really motivated me through your journey is like, sometimes we tend to ignore the simplest things, and yeah, which is our own breath. I mean, we go and spend and do a lot of modalities, and we go through a lot of other aspects, but the way that people can identify that simple things are more profound, that's something, you are an example of that. So that's wonderful. I'll come to the Gita part later, which is a broad subject, I would say. Before that, I have seen this uh, wonderful thing called conscious teaching course that you have done, by conducted by PSSM Global Academy, right? So conscious teaching is something that's a pretty wonderful, amazing word. So what is that, and then what did you get out of that? So, and what exactly is that?
Conscious teachers training basically will teach us how to be a proper meditation teacher. How do you conduct meditation, and what are the do's and don'ts in meditation that a teacher should follow? What kind of tone you should have while conducting, and the energy, the benefits of meditation, the pyramid energy, and how you can integrate them into meditation. Finally, the transformation part of a human being when it comes to meditation. And also, not only to normal people, to any sectors like corporate sectors, government sectors. They teach us how to conduct, because everybody are not the same. We all the individuals are unique by themselves. So sometimes you cannot bring the same way of conducting meditation to all the sectors, all the groups. So we were taught how to deal different groups, including children. So my intention going there is to become better in teaching children, because children, you see, they are very young. You have to be very careful molding, and being in human body, our soul is in the human body, in the body, you have to deal very, very carefully. So you can't simply say that I learned meditation, so I'm going out and teaching. I always want a proper way of teaching so that when they practice, they see the transformation. Otherwise, it's a bit dangerous. That's my opinion. So that's why I took up conscious teacher's training. Basically, it made me become a conscious teacher. So that's why I keep saying everything that I see, I'm very conscious. What word, Vakushetra, everything, what I say, how I stop, how I begin, everything has to be conscious.
Yeah. No, that's spot on, I would say, because one is doing meditation, but thing is, it is very important to learn teaching meditation as well, to be able to sense the energies and then give what is needed to the group.
Yeah.
Not everything can be taught.
That's
But
true.
that's very important. So I asked this question and wanted to highlight this from a PSSM global point of view as well, that people who really come towards teaching meditation should do these kind of courses at one point professionally, especially when we are teaching abroad in other countries where meditation is a foreign word. So we need to be professional in many ways. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, you have done meditation. Meditation has attracted you because it's free. And what made you teach meditation, and what made you, it's if you meditate on your own and you get the benefits and that's done. What made you teach meditation, and to the extent to become a vice president of PSSM Malaysia, which is a huge responsibility? I would say it's not any, I mean, having tags, teaching meditation is one part, having these responsible tags is another level. So, what made you, dedicate your life to this?
Beautiful question. So thanks again, Master. What the only thought when I had while meditating, not even thought, I always have this someone, I definitely must be my soul. Whenever I meditate, I'll hear it says to me, teach children. It always says, teach children. Keep telling me, I can hear that voice. And that is one thing. But I was not confident enough to teach. Then there was one day I had, because of meditation, Anapanasati, I had a lot of transformation. So I try to connect my life, the way I think now, the way the self-control that I have, the way I become a very calm person, the way I see everything positive. I was just thinking how nice if I had this when I was 15 years old or 10 years old. Imagine my life today. I would be somebody totally different. So thinking that in my mind, why don't I start seeing to the children? Why don't I start teaching meditation to the children so they know how to lead their life without being guided by anybody? They don't need guidance. Like you see, parents, as a parent, I have children, 3 children. And as a lecturer, the parents comes to me and say, please take care of my child. They have so much of problem. And I'm afraid whether they can make it. Children have parents have so many worry. They're very anxious about the growth of the child. Results is one thing, education is another thing, but also the attitude and discipline. Every time they have this anxious. So I thought the only way to help parents is to teach children meditation so they will be well guided in their life. Even the parents not around, they know how to lead their life with meditation, learning doing some spiritual practices. They're going to become, even they become a CEO, they become a very a CEO with a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and they know how to run the entire company with that spiritual wisdom. Just imagine how that world will be in the future when I'm not around. That's always comes into my mind. So that's why I started teaching meditation. And in PSSM Malaysia, because they gave me everything, the knowledge came from there. Everything they gave me. So I thought I have to do something in return. Whatever you get from the nature, return it back before you leave this world. Nothing that I'm going to take back. So I thought it came from me from one part of the nature. So I've written it back to the other part of the nature. That's my policy.
Wonderful, actually. So this is really good, and your motivation to teach kids is something absolutely uh, relevant and very much needed, I would say. Like, because having said that, I myself have started meditating at the age of 4. From the age of 4, even though I've been with PSSM from 25 years. So meditation has been part of, and I can say that, what sort of impact and influence that it has on me, doing it from the childhood. So, and that's something that we need to give to the next generations. And your mission to teach kids is one of the most important missions on earth, I would say. So I thank from my heart for taking up that particular mission, from the bottom of my heart. So, on a lighter note, do you think teaching meditation to kids is easy or adults is easy?
I would say kids, it's easy. Because you see, when you teach meditation to adults, we adults have lots of commitments in life, family, husband, work, children, and then all our family members, relative. So they will have a lot of questions, you know. Um, how do I overcome this? They'll keep popping a lot of questions. They can't actually be at the present. Let's say you teach meditation, just follow what I say and go very slowly and smoothly. So adults, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but that's what my view is. They will not actually, they will start to, because they're very excited with Anapanasati, they want to know everything overnight. So sometimes I find I'm not that good yet to answer those people's questions immediately like this. So for me, children is easy because they're very easy to be molded. See, they'll just follow what you say and they just go. No, they don't have any commitment. They're so free in life. They'll just come to the class, I say meditate, and then read Gita, and this is the meaning, and this is how you pronounce it, and stop here, don't go further, keep it slow, steady, and they just follow that. So it's much easier for me to conduct children than
Not
adults
much
because
programming.
adults you need okay,
Not
sorry.
much programming for kids yet, so they're not
Because
programmed.
yeah, and adults you need more knowledge. I think I still learning. I haven't reached that level yet to answer most of their questions. That's all. That's the difference I see. So let me get myself more confident to handle adults than kids. But my energy when I teach children, even though I come back from work very tired, I don't know. I become very active and very motivated when I see children. My energy always get energized when I see children. So my chemistry with them goes very well. Maybe because of that, also a major factor. I like to be with children. Yeah. So maybe it's my purpose of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's really good to know. Now, I'll come to the main topic, is what I'm sensing, Gita. What made you take up, what do you think, why do you think Gita is important to humanity and especially kids? And what is the trigger for you? And what in Gita is a trigger for you?
Gita is my breath. Gita is my food. Gita is my sleep. Gita is everything for me. Because when I do meditation, whenever I have transformation, or sometimes I don't even have transformation, I don't know what's happening to me. I was very puzzled. I like to observe my changes. So whenever I observe, I don't have the answer. And I always ask the universe for clarity. I'm a person who never gets satisfied with clarity. I always ask, not enough. I want more clarity. And so that's why I watch a lot of videos, ask a lot of questions to my master, president. I have to thank him in this moment because you know how much I've disturbed him in my life. Nobody knows. I keep calling him, disturbing him. And any master who connected to me, that's it. I'll call them and speak to them. A long chat. So having this, always Patriji say, that's why Patriji always mentioned the 18 principle is the wonderful thing that I have ever come across. That you can't stop meditation. You'll have a lot of questions coming in. You have to go. Second thing is Swadhyaya. And finally, Sajjana Sagantya. So the Swadhyaya is part, I choose Gita because I was taught Gita by Master Lakshmanan from the beginning. And he used to say stories. You don't even teach verses like verses, just like the meaning written in the book. He'll go with stories. At that moment, I don't even know Mahabharata much. I know very little, whatever I watched in the TV when I was a child. That's all. I started having eagerness to learn Mahabharata, Ramayana. I want to learn everything so that I can understand Gita better. So the more I start understanding Gita, the only thing I did was the past thing. I mean, thank the grace of the God. I practiced in my life some verses. That's very close to my heart. I practiced to see the clarity. The surety that I can give my mind. You see, mind nature is to manipulate you all the time. It say, no, 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 no. This doesn't work. It's just telling. It won't work. It is impossible. The mind will always tell you. But only when you prove the mind, whatever we see, we believe. So in that way, I practice to trick my mind to say what I practice is happening. Look at me. I'm fearless. I'm selfless. I can control. I have self-control. I have reduced my anger. I'm practicing karma yoga. So whatever Gita is saying, I'm practicing is happening. The moment that happens, I have triggered my mind and then become very connected to Gita. And that's how I started teaching Gita. So after learning Gita and doing meditation, equally, I think the transformation that is very rapid, very fast. I can see transformation every day, every moment. Not only that, by reading Gita, it has improved my meditation. I meditate every time I'm free, I meditate. Because in Gita, most of the time, Lord Krishna will keep mentioning about meditation. Do your sadhana, you achieve what I say. Do your sadhana, you will achieve what I say. Then you can't achieve what he says without doing the sadhanas, the practice of spiritual. So what is the point of not doing meditation? So to anyway, reading Gita will also give you a motivation to do meditation. You need to know why you have to do meditation. Benefits are written in Gita maximally. So that's the reason keep me going, make me to meditate every day and to be a good human being. That of course Gita helps. And why I teach children is because they also be thinking why they need to do meditation. And all answered in Gita. So I bring them like a story and ask them to chant. But then I said, chanting is not enough, but you have to understand what Lord Krishna is mentioning, how to connect your life in your education. I teach Gita in the sense that they can apply in their education. So I told them one simple example I'm giving you. I was talking about karma yoga and things like karma, prarabdha karma and all that, but I didn't go deep. So to make them understand, the only thing I said was, if you don't study, they all know about karma, good and bad. They are aware. And so when I say, if you don't study, that is your prescribed duty by Lord, by the God, and you're not doing that. So you're creating karma. Not one, but more. You give one, but in return, you get more. So that actually helped them. I see a lot of difference in them. And that's how I connect that with the children. And if they understand the concept of all this, I think morality and all this can be adjusted easily. So parents don't have to worry. I think it's a big, big burden of parents to make children understand why they have to perform in their life, why they have to perform actions in their life. They have to be in action all the time. So the laziness will not come if they know Gita. They know that they have to perform their prescribed duty, and the laziness will be removed. The moment laziness is removed, they will go to the top. So that's my understanding of. That's how I see Gita.
Oh, absolutely. I think, I like the way that you have put it together, that, applying Gita, it's not just about reading and leaving it. Practically applying it and then bringing Gita into our lives is the whole intention of Gita, actually. It's not some sort of a manuscript that's just read and left. So it's actually a way of living. And if a couple of things that you're doing right now are really greatest works on earth. I would say one is teaching kids, and two is promoting Gita is a way of life, not just a theoretical or a philosophy as such. Is a few of the greatest works that I can say.
Thank you so much.
So did you get a chance to meet Patriji? Sorry if I'm.
Yeah. Yeah, I met Patriji 3 times via Zoom. I spoke to him
Yeah.
and he asked me a few questions. That time I was very new. I was new to meditation. So I told him what is my dream for PSSM. And I told I like children. Patriji, I want to teach. Pare Baba, as usually. That's what he says. And yeah, he's a great inspiration for me in terms of Bhagavad Gita. I read most of his books in Bhagavad Gita. The one Patriji is bringing out, relating with my meditation. So I'm reading that book and helping my students to understand it.
Beautiful. So, any particular experience that you can say that's a life turning or shifted your energy or life that in this journey that you can note?
Definitely a lot to say, but I'll just pick the best one. Like handling my family. I always have agitation, fear. Even my own job, I'll have fear. And I want perfection in everything I do. I pre-plan like nobody else. See, that make my life become very stressful. And I don't have self-control. To a certain extent, my anger was extreme. I was like a Hitler in my house. And my children would look at me like that. So they were very scared to talk, even my husband. So that was what I was earlier. I would say that I would actually admit that. And I was very, very forgetful. And today I can teach Gita, just imagine, see the difference. But I was very absent-minded person. I always forget things very fast. My mother will always tell me, I'm older than you, 60 years old, and you're so young, and you keep forgetting things because that anger, that fear inside me is so much of thoughts, worry. And I'm always confused. I'm always in delusion. When I see myself in the mirror, I say, am I a good person or a bad person? I never know until I come to meditation and getting to know Gita. I didn't know that I was a good person. I always think I'm a bad person. But I'll do a lot of good things, but I'll never get satisfied. I'll say, no, I'm not a good person. Look at myself. I know I'm not doing right thing. I know I'm doing bad thing. It's not right what I'm doing. I shouldn't be so strict to my children, shouldn't be so aggressive, and shouldn't be so shouldn't show so much of anger and all that, but I won't be able to stop. Somehow or other, it will just pop up. So what happened after I came to meditation? All this slowly reduced. I became very calm person. And my children see me very differently. They start being very close to me. They see me very differently. My husband's conversation with me was much, much, much better. Those days was very less because only thing I'll do is I'll get agitated and then I'll scream or I'll shout, I will argue. And after that, the communication between my family was better. The way I see people outside was positive. And I don't plan anything. I just say, go with the flow. The universe is there. And it knows, the world will, I've understood that the world will finally, we are just an instrument in this world. The world will do whatever it wants using us, no matter what you try. So why I have to worry, why I have to rush, why I have to plan and ask for perfection? Whatever it is going to do, it will do using you. And you have no choice. So when I understood this from Gita, I said, let the world lead me, the universe lead me, and I'll just go with the flow. What, as a human being, I have to do is meditate, learn the sadhana, spiritual practice, and that's enough. That will lead my life. Why I have to get worried about my future? And I never, after that, I never think about my past. I always have the thought of my past and regret inside myself. I have a lot of regression. I should have do it like this. I should have done it like that. And after I come to meditation and learning about Gita, I stopped all that thinking about the past, the future. No. And my children's education actually really improved well. They were very weak in the beginning. And then they become so improved now because they also do meditation. Not only that, the way I treat them, the way I look at them, the way the positive energy is within me, and the way I give them the freedom in a positive sense. I guide them, but I don't force them to do anything, or restriction is not in my dictionary anymore. So I let everybody has the freedom. And I understood that everyone has a purpose in their life. You can't change their purpose, no matter what you do. You get stressed, and at the end of the day, you can't achieve anything in life. So that's what I understand. And that's the biggest change in my life. And now when I see the mirror, I always feel so good about myself. That's the biggest change after I came to meditation.
Really inspiring and wonderful messages today. So this is what I enjoy about these conversations. Like, I come and interact with you. Use something called junior, senior thing. The day we catch our breath, we're all seniors.
Yes. Thank you so
So
much.
it doesn't matter how many years, I keep learning, keep enjoying this joy of interacting with people and getting to know more about people. So it's a great conversation. So before we go into our Q&As, do you have any message for anyone who starting meditation or about to start meditation or listening to this conversation?
Sure. For those who are starting meditation, just stay calm, be patient. Patience gives you a lot of things in your life. Things don't change overnight. So that much of thoughts and rubbish was in our mind. We have accumulated so many things in our mind. And if you expect to change within weeks, within months, or even within a year, sometimes it's impossible. And different individual, different journey, soul's journey. So give some time. Just do the 18 principle mentioned by our Patriji. That's enough. Even if you can't do all the 18, try just stick to these three: meditation, swadhyaya, satchana. That will lead you, and leave everything to the universe. It will handle. So you just have to do your sadhanas. Sadhana. For newcomers or those who are already here for many years, masters. Because to a certain extent, I also hear the stories that some masters gave up. Why? Something is missing in this tree. Definitely, I would say. The sadhana was not consistent. See, you have to be serious. You have to be sincere. Then only consistent comes. That's very important.
That's a very good message. Very good message, and highlighting that 18 principles is a path to enlightenment is what I perceive. Like, they may look like a simple sentences, but if we can really stand and follow all of that, that's final goal. So it is, concised into those 18 principles. So thanks for highlighting that. All right. We'll go into Q&A. So it's really nice interacting with you, and we'll be in touch, and we'll do more programs and talks together and work internationally. Looking forward to be in touch with you and connecting with you. Okay. So anyone? Thanks. Thanks. All right. Over to the audience if anyone has any questions or anything to share. Yep, Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hello, Hari and Master Hari and the presenter. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the exact name.
Shema, yes.
Yeah. I don't want to mispronounce as well. So,
Okay.
thank you so much to you both for an enlightening talk and sharing your experiences. 25 years of experience doing this is a great thing. And to your point around junior versus senior, thanks for talking that a little bit more as well. I have this just like the master has presented, this curiosity, right? Always asking the why, and it is not trusting the process in corporate life or in personal life. I think it is what I have experiences, and in the recent past, um, uh, it creates a lot of friction in places in the corporate life. Your manager, when you ask the why, uh, while your intention is to improve a process, or they can take it personally. So sometimes not questioning the why seems to be helping, and just let it'll be okay. It'll be okay is what I have been realizing, right? So uh, the presenter did explain how the transformation journey, and how she's helping with the kids and all of that. But these are important lessons. I'm 40 and I'm learning now, and I just began my journey. I'm pretty new. Uh, my meditation journey is inconsistent, sporadic, and from last 3-4 years I have been trying to get into this, but lately I have been um, the same journey, the introspection, the contemplation, and all that is what I just wanted to share my experience as well, add to it. And these questions, asking the why without trusting the process, letting the universe handle it, a lot of pre-planning. uh, I heard this somewhere. Our mind is like a misery manufacturing machine. So we are manufacturing all that misery within ourselves, and creating all the suffering with all of this. uh, uh, so I always look outside for, oh, that might be the person who is causing me, that person caused this, not me. But now I'm introspecting more. I'm responsible for all of this. So um and and but like the presenter was explaining, right? So there's a lot of accumulation, uh and it takes a while for this journey to transform and all of that. I'm looking forward to all the behavioral changes and all of that. But it's great to hear. It's great to hear from both of you. And I have a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old, like the presenter has 3 kids, right? Um, I have I always look for things. How can I better my kids? There is 2 things or 3 things that I can give away to my kids as well, and something that comes of like arts, science, uh, and mathematics, getting them into QMONs and all of that. I live in Dallas, in the US, but these things pop up, raised to the top priority. But lately, I have been realizing more than that. When we were kids, we were used to being taken to the temple, hearing to the spiritual lectures, or if you're raised if you are cultivated as a, irrespective of the religion, right, Christian, Muslim. I think those things are important than this simultaneously in parallel with the QMONs and the dance classes and the art classes. So I feel that is also very important, and all the work that you both are doing to better kids' lives and is very important, is what I'm realizing as well. So I echo your
Thank you. Thanks so much, Prabhu. The way that you are transforming and then taking inspiration from Shema's journey, and taking it forward is a wonderful thing, I would say. So one question that probably I'll turn your explanation into one question to Shema is this wonderful question of, we all have this thing of asking why, okay, about everything. So what do you think, asking why, is it a useful thing, or how to handle this thing of asking why, Shama? Like, it's not just for Prabhu or for everyone. It might be useful because that's something that we get into every time in our life, we ask so many whys. Thanks, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I have to thank you both for taking time out of your busy schedules and speaking to and enlightening us. I really appreciate it.
All good. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So why in my life was always a why. That brought me here. My why never ends. But you should know the why, when to use the why. Not for everything. The why should comes when there's something you're not happy inside. Whenever I'm not happy, I ask the question, why? Why I'm not happy? So that brought me to spirituality, meditation. So why I'm not happy? Because there's nothing wrong asking why. But I didn't ask why I don't have luxury life. I never asked why I don't have an expensive car. I've never asked that question. I ask myself why I'm not happy, though I have a simple house, a simple car, and yet not happy. So when I start my question to why I'm not happy, I found Gita. And that's where all my answers was answered.
Absolutely.
So we feel like we're the greatest person. All kind of good thing. We won't be happy. So I have this same question within me.
Yeah.
That's where leads me to here. So ask the right question, do lead you to the right path.
Yes, absolutely. Spot on. I would just add a little bit from my experiences that we should ask, we should have questions, and we should have why, how, whatnot. But whom we ask should be not outside but inside. So that's where all the answers are. We are so used to ask questions outside, and then and then sometimes take the answers from outside and get satisfied with them. But thing is, even if we get an answer from outside, give that answer to inside. It's a filter. It's a purity filter. Okay. So whatever that comes, it filters and it gives what we need. Is something that's my experience, where whenever I need something, I don't cut the question, but I change question to ask outside to inside, because I realize that everything is within. Everything. There are no exceptions to it. So just from this side to this side, turn the finger towards us. That's it.
Very beautifully said. Yes.
Thank you. All righty. Anyone else has any final question before we? Okay. If no questions, then thank you so much, Shema, for joining us today. And we have Sharma Sir here today from Omega Pyramid, who is the sponsor of this project. Sir, few words by you.
Shema ma'am, thank you, Hari sir. So it is always great pleasure to have been getting so many chances to meet you on this platform. Shema madam, so your journey, your experiences are so inspiring. And so you are, yeah, so beautiful session. You are vice president of PSSM Malaysia. So we are actually building a mega pyramid in Dallas, USA. So I wanted to hear little bit of your journey, your experience with the pyramids.
Okay. Yes, pyramid was something very new for me when I started meditating, because I didn't know that that we can meditate under pyramid. I thought it's a place where you go and just visit and come back. So I didn't know that such energy would flow and cosmic energy would be absorbed in a pyramid. So what I did was I started meditating under a pyramid. I first bought a cap and I started meditating. My focus was very easy for me to go into meditation. I had some control of my thoughts and all that. In the beginning, I had a lot of thoughts, but somehow or other, it keeps me to sit. Okay, human being, we can't sit without doing anything. That's the most difficult thing. Just sit without doing anything. That's impossible. But that made me possible, I would say, because of the pyramid energy. And then I tried on the copper. So my husband is actually a constructor. He constructs a lot of things. And so he constructs for me a pyramid with copper, 4x4, and a lot more. Standing pyramid and so many other 2x2. I tried all kinds of sizes to do my research. So I don't only sit and meditate under pyramid, but I do entire work under pyramid. Even now it's above me. So whatever I do, I have pyramids around me. Even when I sleep, there is a pyramid next to my bed. And I will do my any kind of work, my job or anything related to spiritual, I'll be doing under pyramid. And my children, all they study, whenever they do the education or studies, all is under pyramid. So pyramid is like very common thing in my life. And of course, my plants I have pyramids inside all my plants. You can see behind, this is all my real plants from my house. I took a snap of it and placed it as my background. So look at that, how fresh they are. And also I have a lot of vegetable in my house. I use pyramid energy. And my house, there was a difference in my house when I started putting pyramids. I could see the positivity because I meditate under pyramid and I speak about spiritual under pyramid. So the accumulation of this energy was extraordinary until anybody who enters my house feels like they are in temple. I didn't say this, very, I don't know, truly came from the people who come to my house and say, it's so nice to sit here and talk. They're not even meditators, but they feel like, don't want to go back. What is that pulling me? What is that pulling me to come to your house and not leaving your house? And I say, why don't you try pyramid? And then I show them the samples that I have. And my husband will, make for them one, which is very affordable for them to keep it in their house. And that's how I bring them to meditation. So pyramid helps me to bring people to meditation as well. So that would be a very wonderful tool. And you're doing great job, sir. I'm so happy. I hope I can one day visit Dallas to meditate under the pyramid. This program itself, sir, thank you so much. You're doing great job. And I'm so privileged to be invited here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So please give your blessings and energies to Omega Pyramid Dallas.
Oh, not at all. I mean, Patriji always says, don't use the word blessing. So we are all, once we are in Anapanasati, in spiritual, in the right path, blessed, all the child of the God.
Yeah.
So what else we don't have to bless?
We look forward to your visit during the inauguration time of Omega Pyramid, ma'am.
I'll try my best, not alone. Maybe I can bring that time, yes, fully.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hari. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks, ma'am. All right, thank you, Shama. We'll be in touch, and then very, very nice meeting you, and then I'm so happy to meet you on this platform today. So now I'll give the control back
before
to
you
Jenny.
leave, just 1 second. I'm so grateful to have met you. I was I like the way you speak. I like your experiences and your experience in teaching meditation. Amazing. I'm thank you so much for this team for inviting. I would have missed meeting you, but initially I didn't want to take up. I was thinking to myself, am I ready, but luckily I accepted and I got the chance to get connected. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm happy. So I shared my number. We'll be in touch. Just note my number and ping me, and then we'll be in touch. Thank you so much, Shema. Very nice. Okay, control back to Jenny. Oh yes, thank you so much, Jenny, for covering me. I joined a little late, and thanks for covering me today. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks to you. Thanks to you for this wonderful interaction with Shama ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful experience sharing. And thank you, Hari, for hosting it so well. I would like to thank all our partners, PMC English, Omega Pyramid, IFSS, Meditation Magic, Shambhala, everyone. Thanks to everyone. See you next Sunday.